everybody can get in. Just want to say thank you for joining me. Let me go ahead and go live on Instagram. All right. Thank you. Hope everything is great for everyone. Just want to say thank you for joining me today. I said that I would be here, and I am here. And if you guys have any questions for me, just let me know. I'm just going to give this a couple more minutes. All right. Yes. So I thank you all for joining me today. I am committed to being here each week because I want to help everyone within the Sound of Growth. Now, I'm a Black woman of a certain age. I am closer to 60 than I am 50. And for many of us, you don't even have to be over 50. For many of us, a lot of us have challenges growing hair well. So I'm committed to being here each week to drop some information on your shoulders and seeing what you do with it. When I say drop information on your shoulders, I am coming in here each week to talk about something different. Last week, it was just about the need for you to understand that hair growth can be achieved. Some of the many obstacles that I see with different areas of the scalp, I talked about that last week. I also talked about CCCA. I talked about how hairstylists need to put their best foot forward because we have so many men, women, and children losing hair, and we need people to step up to the plate and become hair loss practitioners. And then I also put out a coupon or an incentive for people who wanted to reach out to me and work with me at the end of the series. So at the end of every series, I'm going to give some kind of freebie, some kind of discount for everyone who stays until the end. If you don't stay until the end, you won't be able to achieve the coupon. But thank you for everyone here on TikTok. I'm streaming on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm going to be here every single week at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry I couldn't do it this week at 8 because I had to run to a doctor's appointment. So I am here today. So today's mission is to talk about hair growth in 2026. And I put the 10 top ways to make it something so you guys will want to tune in. But what it is that I really want to share is the 10 top vitamins and minerals that are most important on my list that I think you all could benefit from if you had it in your life. Now, I have placed on my email chain for those who are part of my email chain and who subscribe to me for the updates and the coupons and the reminders and the volunteers when we need someone for non-surgical hair replacement. Sometimes we need volunteers. I have an email list that's on my website. If any of you are interested, the website is hairlosscenternj.com. If you ever just want to stay in the know, see what's coming up, please, by all means, join the email list because I send out reminders letting everyone know what's going on. And I sent out an email letting everyone know, join me this Sunday. So I had placed in my email that today's event is brought to you by Isotonics. Now, I have put this on my Facebook many times, many times. So if you guys, let me see, turn it around the right way. If you guys have never heard of this before, this is called Isotonics. I said that today's session is brought to you by Isotonics because I am a woman of a certain age and I'm getting to the point where I do not like pills and tablets because some of the tablets that I see are so large, I just want to choke as soon as I look at it. So with me being a trichologist for the past 10 years since I've been in this space, I have seen more than one person tell me, I can't swallow big pills, I can't take large pills. So I had started getting into liquid minerals. So one of my favorites is the Isotonics brand. So I'm talking about Isotonics today, but I'm going to share with you some of the major brands that I use here in my center. The Holistic Practitioners of Trichology, this is called a cell food. This is a drop that you place up under your tongue daily. You can also place it on top of your scalp. It promotes hair growth. It is loaded with vitamins and minerals. And then we also have one called, I forget the name of it. I'm sorry. What's it called? Cell food. Then we have Flower of Life. Now that's a connective tissue enhancer. It supports connective tissue. We have connective tissue everywhere within our scalp to anchor the hair into the scalp, because hair is a tissue and it's a connective tissue. When you have arthritis, when you have different issues going on in the body, it's a connective tissue issue. So the Flower of Life, which is a liquid mineral, helps with connective tissue issues. The cellular food product, although I'm not going to really be talking about cellular food products today, it also helps to detoxify the body because it's enriched with humic and fulvic minerals. And when you get a chance, run on over to Google, let Google tell you what it is, because I'm not going to get into it right now. But I wanted to come on here today to share with you the benefits of making sure you have these key vitamins and minerals in your diet, because they do different things. So, in addition to supporting the body's needs, I want to point out a few little by little and just share with you why I believe they're so important in your life. Now, I will say this, if you guys don't know who I am, not that it matters, because if you're here, that just says enough. I am the owner of SBO Hair Loss here in Pleasantville, New Jersey. I am a holistic hair loss practitioner and a certified IAT trichologist. Let me pull this down so you can see it. I am a certified IAT trichologist, which means I am a hair loss specialist. And when you're having a challenge of any kind with your hair and scalp, sometimes you can see a trichologist in addition to a dermatologist. Not saying that a dermatologist is not needed, but when you're having key issues with your hair and scalp, sometimes it's necessary to loop in a trichologist, because although you may visit your dermatologist, your dermatologist will probably not give you the cause and the reasons and the contributors and help you with all of the 11 major body systems to try to get those supported so that you can have better hair growth and better body physiology, and that the whole of your body systems are supported, in addition to just looking at the scalp, taking a biopsy, giving you topical steroids. Not that they're not important. Please stop coming for me with a hate mail, because I'm not saying a dermatologist is not important. But when you want key targeted information, we are your support staff. So after you visit your dermatologist, or before, visit a trichologist, because we can help you with things that they're not going to, because that's just not their lane. If you break the root word down of trichologist, trich is hair, ologist is specialist of something. So I want you to understand that we are specialists of hair. So we are hair loss professionals. So in addition to the vitamins and minerals that I'm going to be talking about, which are major today, this is the water base. So I began talking about how many of my women over a certain age do not like swallowing pills. So that's why I got into recommending liquids. So the humic and fulvic minerals in the cell food line. I have this on my website if you wanted to read a little more about it. But if you wanted more information, I can always send that to you. If you want the PDF jacket, if you want to know more about any of these products, all you have to do is send me a shout. I also love Cell Power. Cell Power is another cellular mineral. It's a liquid. You just take it and drop it into your water, and it has no taste. So why am I even talking about vitamins and minerals? Vitamins and minerals are important for hair growth. So hi Mac111, thank you for saying hey there. Hi, how are you? What I want to ask you all is, and if you don't mind, I'd love for you to put your comments in, because that's why I'm here. I'm here for the next hour. I want to see your comments. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to entertain your questions, because a lot of people will come on and don't want to share. They just want to listen, but not share. I do my best work when I'm able to answer your targeted questions if they're in line with what it is that I'm sharing. As a certified trichologist, what I typically see when clients come in is they favor, hi Joy, how are you? I can't wait to meet with you. What I typically hear from clients is they favor their medication over taking nutrients. I am trying to bring a holistic view to more of our women, to let you all know that taking care of yourself, other than with traditional Western medication, traditional Western items, can help you as well. When I sit with women daily, even men and even children, week in and week out, Hi, Cassandra Trixie Cash. How are you? Everything is great. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions, please let me know and put them in the chat. I am great, ma'am. I'm alive. That's enough. Ain't no use complaining. So, what I usually see when people come in is they favor the medications and do not often, more often than I care to mention, do not take a vitamin and mineral supplement. If they do take a vitamin and mineral supplement, all I hear is, I'm taking biotin. I'm taking biotin on steroids. I'm taking biotin, next level biotin. The biotin that I'm taking has 2 or 3 times the strength of biotin. Okay, family, biotin is not the saving grace. Biotin is not the savior. Biotin is not going to save your hair from a catastrophe if you're having challenges with your hair growth. I say all that to say hair is an intensely complex structure. ATP, DHT, you name it. What doesn't affect hair growth? And I say that because when you see your hair beginning to thin in the crown, when you see your hair falling out in spots, and I'll get back to that a little bit later, when you see your hair thinning in the front, when you see your hair thinning over your ears and in the back of your neck, your hair is trying to tell you something. It's trying to tell you something. So, what I want you all to understand today is one mineral and one vitamin is not going to save your life. Biotin is not the holy grail. It's not going to solve all of your hair's problems. When you see your hair breaking and splitting, falling out in spots, falling out in a certain area, it's a body physiological issue. It's a issue with your body, and your body's trying to tell you, I need something. So, like I shared last week, and if you guys follow me on TikTok, if you follow me on YouTube or Instagram, I have the whole video on Facebook and I have the entire video on YouTube, which was last week when I talked about the areas of the scalp. When your hair is thinning or you're losing hair in a certain area of your scalp, I'm already able to discern 90% of your issues just by looking at where the hair loss is occurring. So if you want to see the full video for that, it's on my SBO Hair Loss and Wellness page on Facebook or also on YouTube. You can't upload an entire 2 hour live stream on Instagram or either on TikTok. So if you want to see that, you can find that there. I'm just going to head on over here to TikTok really quick to answer these questions. So yes, live again. It also causes heart problems. Also, my endocrinologist, because I have problems with if you could see here, I have a goiter. And when I went to my endocrinologist, even though I knew that already, she also shared with me when you take too much biotin, it can affect your labs when you're going in to see your endocrinologist. So excessive amounts of biotin are not great, especially right before you're about to have blood and labs done. So I say that to say, please don't take an overabundance of biotin. You can eat a half a cucumber. That's your daily recommended mineral source of biotin. You don't need an overabundance of biotin. Biotin is not going to save your life. Does it help? Yes, but in conjunction with other vitamins and minerals that I'm about to go into right now. So Live Again says it causes heart problems, and it also is not great for your endocrine panel when you're going to have an endocrine panel pulled. And okay, Miss Mac. Okay. Hi, Miss Cheryl. Okay, that's you. Okay. Hi, how are you? Miss Cassandra Trixie Cash. I am great, and thank you for joining me today. Let me see. Also, Miss Granola, who's an RN, said an isotonic solution has the best to our cells. Yes, ma'am. And that is why I particularly love the Isotonics brand, because it has the same weight as blood and saliva. So your body recognizes it over a pill, over an acidic tablet, or our competitor product, which is One A Day or Centrum. It takes a long time for your body, if you even have great nutrient absorption and digestion, it takes you forever, if you digest it at all, it takes forever to digest a hard capsule, pill, or tablet, which is why I like the isotonic delivery, because it goes in just like liquid. You drop it into 8 ounces of water, you drink it, and it's in your bloodstream within 30 minutes versus having to wait this 5 to 6 hours for your stomach to normally digest your food, and for it to go through the intestines and then out through your bloodstream. So I really appreciate the isotonic delivery of these products. And I wanted to just let you know that I'm going to be talking more about this today than anything else. And then if you need information about any of the other ones, I have those here as well. So if you have any more questions, please let me know. Just put them in the chat and I'm going to try to address them all. Miss Fran Paul, thank you again for joining me today. I really, really, really appreciate it. I love seeing faces and names that I have talked to often, and I really appreciate you joining me today. So if any of you guys are taking any vitamins and minerals, put them in the chat because I would love to know which ones you're taking and tell me why you like them so much and how do you feel after taking them. What I would love to start out with by saying is I want you to understand how important vitamins and minerals are to your lifestyle and to your diet by just starting out with the major heavy hitter. Iron, everybody. Iron, iron, iron. Did you hear what I said? Iron. Iron. Okay? I want you to understand iron is crucial. Iron is crucial for helping you deliver oxygen to your body's tissues and throughout the rest of the body. Now, I want anyone, if you feel like putting it in the chat, have you ever gotten low on iron like myself? Because I am often anemic because I am a type AB, so I do have issues digesting food. So I am not able to pull iron from my food unless I consume digestive enzymes. And I have sufficient hydrochloric acid, so I'm often not able to digest and pull iron from my food, even though I eat plenty of fish, meats and vegetables and things like that. Often I'm not able to digest it well, so I have to have a little help. So I have dealt with being anemic for years. Have any of y'all ever been anemic? Because if you've been anemic, you understand where I'm coming from. So Miss Cassandra said yes. So what I want to share with you is when you are low on just one, this is number one, because I said I'm going to talk about 10. When you're low on iron, the body has difficulty distributing oxygen to all of the tissues. And like I said last week, if any of you joined me last week on the live stream, hair is a tissue. Cells are a tissue. It's a blood tissue. Blood is a tissue. Hair is a tissue. So when you're low on iron, your body has difficulty distributing iron to all of the tissues and all of the cells. It has difficulty carrying oxygen through your blood vessels because your iron is low. What iron does for you is it provides hemoglobin. It provides the red color to the hemoglobin. That's what, when you cut yourself and you see the deep red color, that's what gives it the red color, the hemoglobin. So we need iron to just richen up our hemoglobin so that our levels can increase. So Miss Vanessa Ford says she uses blackstrap molasses for iron. I have other clients who use Floradix with vitamin B. It is very, very essential that when you are anemic, you need to have iron in your diet. If you have trouble with maybe carrying oxygen or your oxygen delivery is a little bit off, that in addition to a couple others are what I always, always recommend. That's at the top of the list, iron. So Miss Joy said, I'm taking Spoiled Child multivitamin and liquid collagen. I'm glad. Let me know if it's a liquid. Is the Spoiled Child vitamin, is it a liquid or just your collagen is a liquid? And Miss Courtney Tucker said, Trina Tucker wants to join. Well, that's great. I don't know what that means, but if you're in my live stream right now, you've already joined. So I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Just let me know. But let me know if anyone here on TikTok is taking anything special because I would like to know. Okay, user 218 said, so your ferritin level is high. If your ferritin level is high, you're having a challenge with something else going on in your body and it's causing you to hold on to ferritin and cause it to be high. I would suggest you visit a holistic practitioner and let them draw you a BCA. It's called a blood chemistry analysis. When you get a blood chemistry analysis, even if you did it with someone in your area or with someone like myself, all you have to do is forward me your blood labs. What's causing you to have that high ferritin, it would be evaluated through your other levels because your ferritin level doesn't exist on its own. It wouldn't be high for no reason. It's probably high because there's something else at work. Once we are able to draw your labs and compile a BCA, your levels will reveal to me why your ferritin is high, and I'd be able to chip away at what is some of the contributors. And as an integrative wellness specialist, I would recommend you to someone else so that they can do further investigation. I only interpret it. I see what else is thrown off and how it affects you, and then I usually refer you out as an integrative wellness specialist to be able to deal with that. Because as a trichologist, I try to stay in my lane. So Charles J said borderline anemic. So Charles J, I'm going to get into it later, but I'll get into it now. The reason why you're borderline anemic, I would love to find that out. Where I would like you to start is evaluating your digestion, because if you're borderline anemic, you have to start with that digestion, because you put it into your mouth, and if your digestion is affected, it don't matter how much iron you take in. If you don't digest food well, you're not going to absorb it anyway. So use a 218. Thank you very much. Just let me know if you need me in the future, or if you have anything else to add. So, okay. Joy said both are liquid. I got to check that out. I've never heard of Spoiled Child Vitamin, but I recommend everyone take a multivitamin and multi-mineral supplement, and collagen, especially for women over 50, because collagen is needed for hair, skin, nails, tissue, so that you don't get those jowls. It's good for your lady parts. It's good for your hair. I can't even tell you, for skin, muscles, your fascia, everything, collagen is necessary. We do not produce a lot of it as we age. Our levels of everything goes down as we age, which is why I'm such a supporter and a proponent of taking vitamins and minerals, because as we age, our digesting our digestive power goes down as we age. So whatever it is that we take in, we're not able to digest it as well as we did in our 20s, when we were 25, when we were 30, because the stomach doesn't work as well when we age. So I'm a supporter of taking that collagen, because, some things start happening the further along you get in age, or the more mature you are, things don't work as well. So we have to give it a little help. I say all this to say, because when women often come see me, they're under the impression that they're the same person they were in their 20s, and you're not. When we age, things are changing, so you have to help it along. So Miss Cassandra said, I'm a cosmetologist in Campbell, Ohio. We definitely need a trichologist here. Well, Miss Cassandra, I would like to just let you know that you bring the noise, you bring the pain. We have holistic practitioner trainings that you can do online. How about you do it and you bring it there? If you'd like to talk more and converse more about that, you let me know, because we have virtual programs where you can just add to your skill set week by week, and you could be that person. So don't wait for it to come. You show up. They waiting for you. That's probably why you brought that up, because maybe God needed me to tell you that. So, okay. Yes. So, Miss Vanessa, you said, can I recommend a good collagen? You're 68. As a matter of fact, I recommend, because I support the Isotonics brand of products. If you would like, I can send you one a little bit later, because today I'm only talking about the vitamin and mineral supplements. I'm not really getting into collagen. I just wanted to kind of just talk about it a tiny bit, because someone mentioned that they take it, but I'm really not getting into collagen. But if you would like, I can inbox you one of the Isotonics brands that is a good collagen supplement. I hope you don't mind. I will send it to you after this is over. So I wanted to just let you know again, thank you. I can't tell you enough how thankful I am for all of us that have joined today. Thank you, because I like this interchange. I don't like to just come on here and talk. Some people like to hear themselves talk. I am one of them, but I'd rather have an interchange and talk with you about things that you have on your mind. So I want to just say to Ms. Cassandra, Tricks and Cash, exactly, but it's hard to get a woman to understand. Okay, great. I would love that. Yes. Yeah. So, I understand. Believe me, I get it. So I want to hit the gate with number 2. So I talked about iron and how iron is needed for oxygen delivery. It is also needed to help put the heme in hemoglobin. It gives the red color to the cells. Iron is needed. We need iron. Iron is that electric mineral that Dr. Sebi always talked about. If you want to get great iron, I also recommend, let me see if I have it here on my desk, because I sell it. Give me 1 second, everybody. Now, these are one of the minerals because I sell detox teas, I sell different minerals. I have a whole wall here full of different teas and supplements and things. Sometimes you can find good iron sources in sarsaparilla root. So, just like my sister pointed out, blackstrap molasses, you can also get it from sarsaparilla root. So, when you boil this tea, it smells like cinnamon, and your whole house smells so fragrant when you boil it. I usually send out biodegradable tea bags that you can reuse, or I send out one of the little tea strainers, and you put that sarsaparilla root in there. Ooh, child. I love sarsaparilla root because I like the way it smells. It's herbaceous, and because I deal with being anemic and I have low iron, that will get into your blood faster than if you had to eat maybe meat or some sort of beef or iron. It gets into your bloodstream a lot quicker because it's liquid. So I'm going to just move on. Iron was number one. It is essential, essential, essential. If you do consume iron, here is my tidbit. Here's a disclaimer. Some vitamins and nutrients play well together. They play well together. They do better with absorption when you take them together. It's just like having a right hand and a left hand, a right eye and a left eye. It's nice if you have both. If you just have one, you can still work with just one hand. You can still see with one eye. However, when you have two eyes and two hands, they work better together. And iron and vitamin C work the same way. Let me know if any of you guys have even heard that before, how you need to have coenzymes, co-vitamins, co-minerals, because they form different actions and they're better absorbed together. So when you are consuming your iron, please do not take iron by itself. Take iron with vitamin C because it's absorbed better together. Next on the list, number two, is vitamin B12 or cobalamin. Now, I'm not really sure if any of you within the sound of my voice has ever heard of the term cellular metabolism, but there's a thing, cellular division and cellular metabolism. So I'm just going to just go into it really quickly. Whenever we eat, our food is broken down into amino acids. Those amino acids are formed into cells. We need cells. Cells go wherever the body needs them to go. If you need muscle cells today because you were in an accident, you were in a fire, and cellular regrowth is needed in a certain area to rebuild cells and tissue in a certain area, guess what? All of your energy and resources are going to be devoted to that one area. So it is necessary for you to eat a substantial amount of food for the body's energy, because the body needs energy to take care of you, to make cells so that it can do its bodily functions. It's just that simple. When you want your hair to grow well, you have to eat good food. So when it's broken down into amino acids and into cells, cellular division is possible, and that's when it happens. One cell forms into two, and then four, and so on exponentially. So I want you all to understand B12 is needed for cellular metabolism and cellular division so that the cells can split, divide, and make more cells, i.e., more hair cells, more body cells. Wherever the cells are needed in the body, that's where those cells are going to go, and hair growth will be possible. So any cell that is formed in the body, wherever the body needs it, that's where it's going to be directed. If your body is having a challenge at the moment, something is off, you're lacking in vitamins and minerals, your body's going to forego hair growth for a time, which is why sometimes people have slow growing hair or things happen because your body needs those nutrients for other areas, other situations. This is why I say all the time, if you are even remotely worried about your hair growth, hair loss, or anything, you need vitamins and minerals. They're doing a job. Vitamin B12 is no different. Vitamin B12 helps make red blood cells. And I'm going to share another tidbit in a minute that I learned in my holistic practitioner training. Vitamin B12 helps make red blood cells. It's called cobalamin. It comes from cobalt. It also helps with DNA. So when we are forming new cellular growth and the DNA in our body creates curly hair because that's part of our DNA, that's all part of it. We need that vitamin B12 to help deoxyribonucleic action happen. We need that. We need vitamin B12. We also need vitamin B12 to help with nerve cells. There are nerve cells and axons that are popping off cells all the time when we're having an issue with stress or we're having some sort of sensory nervous issue. We need vitamin B12 for our nerves, which is why a lot of us benefit from B vitamins. This is an old box, and I keep it because even though this is outdated, I want to share with you this box, which is from Nature Sunshine, and I'm a huge supporter of Nature Sunshine products as well. The bulk of the products in this are B vitamins. So we need B vitamins for nerve health, nerve conductivity, for rest and relaxation. So when I say vitamin B12, cobalamin is crucial. In addition to iron, it's crucial. So it's crucial again because it helps make red blood cells, it helps with DNA, it helps with our nerve cells, and it helps with cellular metabolism and cellular division. It makes new cells, i.e., hair cells, which is why we're here. Many people, I can already tell when you are low on vitamin B12, or when I do a scan and I find out that it's needed in the body. If your B12 is low and your iron is low, you are dehydrated. We need red blood cells. B12 helps make red blood cells. When your red blood cell when your red blood cell volume is low, that means the volume of your blood is low. If the level of iron in your body is low and your red blood cell volume is low, you are dehydrated. There's not enough liquid to take those vitamins and iron through your body or the oxygen throughout the rest of your tissues. You are essentially dehydrated. There's not enough blood volume to do anything. So you can drink all the water you want. If you're low in iron and you're low in vitamin B12, you are dehydrated. So please get your vitamin B. This is why I wanted to just share with you all the benefits of an isotonic set of vitamins and minerals. It contains OPCs, which are, it's a long term, please don't ask me to explain it. Those are antioxidants, and it also has calcium in it for women. It's crucial that we have calcium. It also has activated B complex, those B vitamins that I was just sharing with you. They are very, very much needed. And then you have a basic vitamin and mineral supplement in this box here. These are tablets, and this is a brand new box. And I usually open these up and put samples of these in all of my shipments. When people order things, I usually open the box up and send these out as a sample. So this is what it looks like. And then when you take it, all you have to do is add it to 8 ounces of water, and you just drink it. And that's that. So there is vitamin B in this box. I'm just sitting right back in the box. And in addition to all of the major vitamins and minerals that are in it, vitamin B12 is your friend. Vitamin B complex. B complex is your friend. The B complex has an array and assortment of B vitamins in it. But for example purposes only, I'm just talking about B12 for right now. So if you all remember, you have to take your B and you have to take your iron. So Miss Vanessa Ford says, does a B complex have enough B12? If you at least take a B complex, you're getting your B12. I always suggest everyone, I'm just answering Miss Vanessa Ford's question. This may help someone else. When you turn over your box and you look at the USDA recommended daily allowance, the RDA, look on your box. And if the B12 says 100%, then that's your recommended daily allowance. If it says 70%, perhaps talk with your dietitian or your doctor to see if you could supplement a little bit more. So if you take a B complete, is that enough? I'm not sure what a B complete is, but if you take vitamin B, more often than not, the vitamin B is going to have the assortment of B in it. Always look at your label to see what else is contained in that B supplement. I always recommend the B complex because it has everything in it, and it's a water-based mineral. So no sooner than you drink it, you're urinating it out. So it's not even going to stay long enough to really hurt you and do any damage. So, okay, Miss Stephanie said B complex. If you take a B complex, that's great. Again, like I recommend to everyone, this is just an example. Flip your box and your canister over to see if your RDA is 100%. If it's not, maybe you could take a little bit more. You may not need it. So it's not that important. My goal here is to just let you know, have it in your life. Don't worry about the particular levels. Just have it in your life. Just take it. That's my only concern for you today is have your iron, which is one, have your B12, which is two. Also, have your C along with your iron, so that's actually three. If you're going to take iron, make sure that you combine it with vitamin C. Now, since we're getting a little bit deep into this, I want to share with you a little bit more about some of the benefits of B. When we are having issues with our metabolism, and many of us over 50 are, I am having the biggest time with my metabolism because of my slide and my descent into menopause. I don't like that it happens, but I mean, I have gained 30 pounds since I've had my daughter. I had my daughter in 2002, and I don't like the fact that I am 30 pounds heavier. I was like 137 when I had her. She's 22, about to be 23, and now I'm 167. I don't like that. And no matter how much I go to the gym, it's a challenge because your metabolism naturally declines with age. It's a challenge to get that weight off. It seems like no matter what you do, sometimes you just cannot get certain weight off. Having vitamin B is essential because it helps you with carbohydrate and nutrient absorption. So if you consume a lot of carbohydrates, taking B is going to help you assimilate that into your body and use that for energy. Vitamin B is also going to help you with your metabolism. So it aids your thyroid in helping you with your metabolism. So there are a lot of people who benefit from vitamin infusions, and B is just one of them. Please take your vitamin B. Even if it's a complex, make sure that you take your vitamin B because it's going to help you with a myriad of things. Vitamin B, I'm not saying take that on its own. Take it with other vitamins and minerals, but vitamin B12 and then all of the Bs are very essential. DNA, nerve cells, cellular division, carbon transfer, and that helps you with utilizing it for carbohydrates. It makes you use your carbohydrates a lot easier and a lot better, it's a lot easier on the body than if you just took your carbs in and didn't take your vitamin B12 along with it. And it helps with energy. Everyone who takes vitamin B, they feel a tremendous boost in energy because it's very beneficial. Iron, C, vitamin B12. So let me keep going with the ones that I feel are very, very important for you. I'm going to move on to folate. So everyone, let me know if you are with me, if you understand where I'm coming from. So Miss Baron Cake said you take Vitron. I've never heard of that. That's something new. I'm gonna have to look that up. Vitron. Miss Nasha Snipes, you said yes. I'm glad you are here. Thank you so much. Let me know if you guys have any more questions because I'm going to move on and I'm going to move on to folate, which is B9. So this will be my fourth vitamin mineral, which I feel is very essential. So I'm going to be here for an hour. So I'm going to go through a couple of them. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and put them in because I'm going to be here for at least another 50 minutes. So also, folate, which is vitamin B9, is essential for red blood cell health and DNA support again. It also supports cellular growth and cellular metabolism, cellular division. So that helps make new cells. When you're low on vitamin B, you lack the capacity, even though you can do it because you're probably taking in vitamin B through other sources such as meat, dairy, and eggs. But if you are not, if you're a vegan, you may have some challenges with vitamin B unless you're getting it from some sort of plant-based source because it is in meat, dairy, and eggs. So folate, which is B9, is very, very essential, as I said, for red blood cell health. When you have a sufficient number of red blood cells, it carries oxygen, it carries your blood volume, because like I said earlier, if you're low in vitamin B, vitamin B12, vitamin B9, and iron, you are essentially dehydrated because there's not enough blood volume. Your red blood cell health is enhanced when you take vitamin B9 in addition to vitamin B12, and it also helps support cell growth, like I said earlier. So I just want to have my notes here to make sure I don't leave anything out. So in addition to folate, we have iron. We have iron with vitamin C. We have vitamin B12, and now we're talking about folate, which is B9. So user 218, you said you're high in ferritin and B12. So I would suggest you get a BCA to see what is at work, what is going on with your body. User 218. If you'd like more information, my information is here. All you have to do is connect with me. If you'd like a BCA, we do BCAs virtually. That's just interpreting your blood labs into what's called a blood chemistry analysis, so we can see some of the issues that are going on with you, and then we're able to better help you in that regard. If not, you're going to have to see a specialist to find out why you are having problems with high ferritin, because there's a reason why you're having a problem with high ferritin. So folic acid, folate and folic acid, yes, 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 yes. So if you can, try to go to Google to see what the major differences are. But yes, folate and folic acid, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we had, again, because people hop on late and don't hear the entire stream, because I'll often have people who will say, well, what are you talking about? What did I miss? Iron with vitamin C, vitamin B12, and folate. They're great for red blood cell health, for oxygen and nutrient delivery, for helping with metabolism, DNA, cellular growth, cellular metabolism. So I want you to understand how important all of these are. Now, I'm going to continue. I'm always scrolling, so I want to make sure that I see everybody's comments. So user 218, that would be great. I'm here for you if you need. All you have to do is reach out. If you cannot see this for whatever reason, because I will always, refer to this right here. All my information is here. If you do not remember to take my information down, all you have to do later is go to my bio. You go to my bio, you pull down the information, you'll see how to contact me. You just have to scroll and find out how to contact me. So I'm only a phone call away. If you want to send me an inbox, you can do that as well. So who here has ever been low on vitamin D? You're welcome, Miss Wendy. You're welcome. I'm not really sure why you said thank you, but thank you very much. Who has been low on vitamin D? Tell me, who has been low on vitamin D? Because when you're low on vitamin D, I'm going to tell you, sometimes you get a little woozy, you don't feel good, you get a little loopy. And I myself, I was low in vitamin D during COVID, and I had to go to the doctor because I just didn't feel right. I was not feeling myself, and I was already in my 50s, so I try to take that stuff seriously. And I went to the doctor. Oh, okay, Julie, you said you're always low on vitamin D. I went to the doctor, and he put me on a vitamin D supplement, said take it once a week, and I was like, great, okay, no problem. I took it just like he said. However, what I want you all to understand is when you're taking your vitamin D plays well with others. You want to make sure that you consume D3 with K2. Now, this is another example of where you can find a rich source of K2 in your greens. So if anyone is consuming greens, they are a rich source of chlorophyll, K2. Deep greens, they're going to help you with your iodine, your selenium, your copper, and things like that, which I'm going to get into later because they're very, very important for hair growth. So when the doctor put me on that vitamin D, I took it. I had to take it once a week. It was maybe like 1,000 milligrams or whatever. But vitamin D is not a vitamin. It's actually a hormone. It's called a prohormone. So, yes, so Miss User 218 said normal on D, and Miss Nasha said you have. So you feel my pain. When you're low on vitamin D, I want you to understand there's a lot of things that work when you're low on vitamin D. Vitamin D actually works with the liver, so it's letting you know that there is some functionality issues with the liver. So you want to strengthen and support your liver. It's also working in conjunction with the liver to produce cholesterol. So there are a lot of things that work. And when your vitamin D is low, hormonally, you're having a challenge because vitamin D, again, is a prohormone. So I just wanted to let you know that when you're low on vitamin D, it's really saying a lot of other things. So, you're welcome, Wendy. Thank you thank you for that. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I can't think. I'm so nervous. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to make sure that I remember everything. Thank you. I forgot that I had even answered your question. So, vitamin D is also essential in hair growth. Iron and C, B12, folate, and vitamin D. Vitamin D is great for support of the immunity. When your immunity is low, one of the top things I usually tell everyone is take your vitamin D. When you're having crown or hair loss, or your hair is getting thin in its crown, one of my top suggestions is take vitamin D. When you're low on vitamin D, take vitamin D. If you're going to take vitamin D, take it with D3 and K2. Try not to just take vitamin D on its own because it's better absorbed if you take it with K2. So, with vitamin D being very, very important, it's very, very important for hair growth. I want to share with you why. Vitamin D helps to regulate the hair growth cycle. So, when you're having a challenge with your vitamin D, it may also impair your hair growth. So, Ms. Smith Brown, you said you've had a stroke. What can help? Now, because you are an advanced case, you are just, you're not normal with normal health. You've had a stroke. That I can't advise you on because I am not a doctor. You would really have to speak with your physician and your dietitian, if you have one, to see what is recommended for you. Because stroke is multi-layered. That means a coagulation of blood cells, which means you can't take everything. You can't take calcium. You can't take this. You can't take that. So I can't really recommend you, Ms. Smith Brown, on what to take because you are an advanced case. If someone tells me something pertinent, I will definitely say that's not my lane. I wouldn't want to advise you in that area. So, Ms. Smith Brown, I really wouldn't know what would be good for you because I'm a trichologist, not a physician, and that's not my lane. So, I wouldn't want to recommend you something that may be counterproductive to what your physicians are trying to do for you, keep your blood thin and things like that. So, I really can't help you, and I apologize, but thank you for your support. Also, C, even though I talked about vitamin C to be combined with iron, if you want to take iron, if you have to take vitamin C, I want you to understand why I recommend it for hair growth because we're talking about the top 10 things that can help you as far as vitamins and minerals are concerned. Vitamin C supports collagen production. It also supports you as far as your immunity is concerned. So, along with vitamin D, take your vitamin C. And I'm going to mention another tidbit in just a second. So, taking vitamin C will help you with your immunity. It's an antioxidant, and we all need to take antioxidants. Antioxidants are your friend. When it comes to the big four that I recommend, you need vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, probiotics, and digestive enzymes. If you're going to have anything in your diet, you need to have those. So having vitamin C is crucial because it supports immunity health and it's an antioxidant. You're welcome, Ms. Smith Brown, and I'm sorry that I couldn't be of more help. Why I recommend vitamin C and vitamin D is especially for those who are suffering like myself, even though I have it covered up, you can't see it, is because of alopecia areata. Alopecia areata is multi-layered, multi-system, multifunctional. There are a number of reasons why you would have a problem with alopecia areata. Number one, your nervous system needs some support, which is why I always recommend B vitamins. Your nervous system needs some support. Your adrenals, because your stress is having some challenges, your stress levels are challenging. Your immunity is a challenge. So I always suggest that you support these three areas: your immunity, your nerves, and also you need to support your gut. So when you're having a challenge with alopecia areata, because I have one big spot right here, and then I have a spot right here in the front, a little tiny circle. Over here is the big one. So I put my little hair fibers on it so you can't see this over here because I'm trying to be cute. I don't want to be gelling my hair back, and then I have everyone all the time on the social channel say, "Oh, your hair's so thin. How are you gonna be talking about hair loss and your hair is so thin?" Because I'm human like everybody else. There's only one perfect man that walked this earth. He's gone, but he's coming back. I'm not perfect. I have my own issues. So vitamin C, great for immunity, along with vitamin D. If you have a problem with alopecia areata, we always want to make sure that we support those areas: your stress levels, your immunity, your gut, your your nervous system will help influence anything else that's going on in the body. So when you're dealing with alopecia areata, usually stress is going to catapult everything else that's going wrong in the body. So if you're having any issues and you're also dealing with a lot of stress, you have to support the body in a number of ways. Support its immunity, support the gut, make sure your gut is moving, make sure you have pre and probiotic fiber, and you have to make sure that you support your adrenals and support your body's stress needs. Because when Any of those are off, and especially all three, and alopecia areata runs in your DNA and runs in your family, boop, 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 you're going to get the spots all over. They're going to pop up here, grow back, pop up here, grow back, pop up here, and grow back. So this is why I say all the time, vitamins and minerals, they perform different functions, they do different things, and everyone, if you're interested in having the best hair growth possible, you need all these in your life. So user 218 said amen. Thank you very, very much. So thank you so much, Miss Cassandra Trixie, for the roses. I appreciate it. I do, I do, I do. Because a lot of people don't send anything. They'll just sit, but they don't send any roses, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. So if anyone wants to put it in the chat, I want to make sure all of y'all are listening. So let me know which ones I mentioned. Put them in the chat. Let me know what I mentioned so far because I want to make sure you guys are listening. I'm gonna hop on over to Instagram really quick to see if I have any questions. And if you can put those that I covered so far in the chat because I want to make sure that you're listening. Even if you just mention one, let me know that you're listening because I want to make sure that you heard something because I need you to be able to take away something from this chat today. Okay, nobody left me anything here in Instagram. All right, all right, all right. Okay. I just wanted to see if anybody left me anything, and they didn't. So I'm just going to hop on back over to my. Okay. All right. So Miss Used to 180, my stress levels have been through the roof for a while through the fatigue. Yes. So that's why I always suggest that everyone support their adrenals with things like ashwagandha and any type of adrenal support. And I always recommend the more the better. Don't just take one. Even though you may think you're doing something, I get it. I get it. Ashwagandha is a heavy hitter. I learned that from Dr. X. I sit on all his lives whenever he live streams. But Dr. X even mentions ashwagandha along with others. Make sure that get yourself some support. The company that I recommend talking about today, Isotonics, they have one called Bliss. I can give you more information about that. I can send it. We also have others. Adrenal support is necessary for our cortisol level, which supports blood sugar, which supports insulin, which is usually the cause for a lot of people in the U.S. issues because of blood sugar regulation and blood sugar issues. So my sister, user 218, please take some adrenal support. And don't just have one. And Ashwagandha will save your life. You need to try to take a collection because you never know which one is going to serve you best. So I say that just like I talk about biotin. Biotin is not going to save your hair's life. You should take vitamins and minerals, just one. So if you need any with any adrenal support, I'll send some right over to you. But please just don't take one item. Take a multitude. Ensure that your adrenal support has 5 things in it. Which one is going to serve your best. So yes, all right. So CME, CMN1, okay, said vitamin C, iron, B9, B12, D3, K2. Yes, okay, use 218 to reach out. Okay, great. So, yes, Stephanie, thank you so much for that. You said vitamin B complex, D, K2. Okay, yes, ma'am. So, I'm glad you're listening. I'm going to keep going. So, in addition to Stephanie, I did add that vitamin C was great and that it will help you along with vitamin D because it's an antioxidant and it's great for immune health and it's great for those, especially when you're going through issues with alopecia areata. So having those B vitamins and having the immunity support is great for someone like myself and others who is with alopecia areata. So the alopecia areata, usually, if you get on and nourish your body's needs, help the stress needs, help the immunity needs, help the needs, sometimes you're able to keep it at bay. But if you get out of school, have too much stress, or there's for trauma, to keep it can engulf your head on one side. This is the right side, and the right side has to deal with nervous system issues. The other side, which is the left hand side, it will endocrine disruption. And then, like I said last week, if you guys want to see that live stream, find it on Facebook or find it on YouTube. The front of this area here deals with your kidneys, indigestion, stress levels, and then nutrient absorption inflammation. So I have the alopecia areata on this side here. I am under a amount of stress. I am a married wife. I am a small business owner. I have a daughter that's 2 hours away. I had ministry that I was a part of. I get on twice a week. You have a stressful life. Trying to run a small business is a lot. Trying to be a wife is a lot. And trying to be an entrepreneur and be a wife sometimes don't mix. And I get a little stressed out very easy. Serving the public is not easy. So it popped up right here, and it's a huge spot too. And I have one right here because I have issues with my kidneys. And if you guys can see, I have edema in my face. And I stated in last week's live stream, you have kidney issues here at the front. I have a mass on my kidney that was discovered when I had a car accident. I got one of the whole body scans. I don't know what that's called, lane, and they discovered that I had a mass on my kidney. So I said, okay, great. So I try to make sure that I work on my kidneys as often as I can. You know, taking my dandelion root and milk thistle and things like that for my kidneys needs. But I want you all to understand that your body does a lot. And these nutrients will help support it in ways that you can't imagine. TikTok, okay, all right. And TikTok is saying that my life's going to be cut. I don't know why. It's clarification to continue your life. Yeah, I just did. So give me a sure that I'm able to copy. Okay, great. Okay. So I say all that to say I am doing what I can to make sure that my alopecia today. All of these vitamins and minerals, they're going to help you with hair growth, and they help do a whole other functions in addition to just one thing. So I'm going to keep it moving, and then Miss Wendy said my voice is breaking up. Can't hear me clearly on Instagram. Miss Wendy, I don't know how to correct that. I have my little my earphones here. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to make sure that you guys hear me clearly. I'm sorry that you can't hear me. If you want to watch this live stream, which you are over here on Facebook, but I guess Instagram isn't doing that well. I apologize. Maybe next time I'll just Instagram separately instead of doing it through StreamYard because I have my earphones here. I have my earphones for my TikTok. So I apologize. I'm trying to make sure that this is through well. Obviously, it's not, and I apologize for that. So I'm going to move on. Now, you guys follow me, and a lot of people are getting the gist that these vitamins and minerals are important. And I want to say again, I want to mention that if you guys need these and you need the link to purchase this product, I can send it right on over to you. Or yeah, this is a 30-day box. And when you take this, all you have to do is carry it around, carry it to the gym. It's comfortable. You can carry it with you during travel. And all you have to do is pop it right into your 8 ounce cup of water. You can mix it. It tastes very good. It has a nice citrusy taste. It does kind of foam up a little. So when you're putting it in a cup, make sure that the cup is larger than 8 ounces because if you put it into a cup that's only 8 ounces, it will spill over. So give it a couple of minutes. Fizzes up a bit. It's acting. You know, it connects with the water. It's kind of like foaming and it's acting. You drink it immediately. You just stir it up. If you do happen to order these, I can ship these out to you. I do send everybody a free packet of digestive enzymes. And if you're like myself and you have a problem, I have GERD. I've had GERD since I was a small child because I'm a type AB, and type A's and ABs usually routinely have upper GI stress, upper GI issues. So I have also had GERD and typically acts up. So I have to have digestive enzymes and additional hydrochloric acid before I eat a meal, or else I'm going to feel like I'm on a vomit. I can't eat anything without my digestive drugs, my digestive enzymes, or my hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid is not for everyone. Even often, everyone benefits from just having digestive enzymes and probiotics added to your diet. This is a sample pack of digestive enzymes and probiotics, and for everyone who orders one of these 30-day count daily rituals, I will send out a package and it has three of them in it of the digestive enzymes and probiotics, because I want everyone to see the power of adding things to your life to make your life easier. I'm trying to make it hard for you to make things a little bit easier. Because a lot of y'all have problems with digestion, and if no one has ever told you, if you're having digestive food and you feel nauseated, it's probably because you don't have enough acid, enough digestive enzymes to digest your pepsin, to digest your protein, you need pepsin, and you need help. Digestive power weakens with age, just like estrogen and collagen. Our levels are going down as we age. Things are not getting easier when we age. Even the function in our limbs and joints and neck, we have to keep moving, we have to exercise and elongate that fascia. Stuff doesn't get better with age, it usually gets worse. The only thing that gets better with age is wisdom. So please let me share it with you. Having problems like this in your life is only going to make your life a little bit easier. So I'm going to keep going because I've been on here for a while. I'm going to cover the rest of these. What I also suggest that we need to have in our diet is vitamin A. Vitamin A is going to help with scalp hydration. A lot of you will write to me and say, my scalp is very dry. What can I do? I always say I don't give blanket advice because I don't know you personally, and I know what it is that's going on with you right now. When I talk about vitamin A and scalp hydration comes from within, comes from the subcutaneous layer of the scalp. And when you have enough vitamin A in your diet, it's going to give you good scalp hydration. Your scalp isn't going to be as dry. If you have a problem with a dry scalp, that's usually multi-layered and multi-system. Make sure you add vitamin A to your diet to improve your scalp hydration. Also, you have to make sure that you're taking in the right set of omegas for your skin type. Because just because you see omegas doesn't mean that those omegas are for you. I don't typically recommend seed oils for omega health. I recommend what's in this product here, which is called OPC3. These are omegas and ingredients. I recommend you take omegas that are for your blood type. Sometimes linoleic acid, uric acid, arachidonic acid, certain acids are better for blood types. So I always recommend if you're having a problem with your scalp health, take vitamin A, help with hydration, so it's not omega 5. Make sure that you're taking omegas because that's going to help your sebaceous glands function a lot better when you're giving your body good omegas. It's going to help your skin not be so dry, and it's going to help your body do its job better when you have healthy omegas. So you have to make sure that you clean your gut. Go to the bathroom, take your pre and probiotic fiber, and make sure that your gut is performing properly so that it's not manufacturing a lot of yeast. A lot of y'all don't like to go to the bathroom. A lot of y'all don't like taking your probiotics. I don't. I'm not one of those ones. Oh, it's got to be. Oh, it's got to be here. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. That's half the battle. My whole point is you need to have good bacteria in your gut. You need to have good gut health. You need to go to the bathroom, take your fiber. That's going to help the skin. So if you have a problem with your skin, please take your vitamin A. I know I get lost and I start mentioning some other things that you need to have, but you got to get better when it comes to your scalp health. A lot of the problem is you because y'all doing too much and you don't want to do what's necessary for the body. So you need your vitamin A, your omegas for skin health and for healthy sebaceous function. And you need to make sure that you're going to the bathroom so that you're not reabsorbing a lot of yeast. And that's what's causing a lot of your itchy, dry scalp issues. So I'm going to keep going. I want to make sure you guys understand when I said make sure that your vitamin A, that it's 100% of the recommendation that you need. You don't need any more vitamin A than what your mineral supplement allows. You don't need to take extra vitamin A because in some people, if you take extra vitamin A, actually trigger TE or telogen effluvium and cause you to start having hair shed. So I don't want you to take unnecessarily any vitamin A, any more vitamin A than you need. No one needs to have additional vitamin A. So Miss Tyrell Robinson Travis, these boxes, these are convenience friendly, and because they're convenience friendly and water based, these are 77. So if you go to my website, if you purchase it on my website, it's 77. If you go to the Isotonics website, it's 77. It's the same everywhere you go. It's not going to be cheaper, and they're not sold on Amazon. It's the one thing that is kept in house. You will not find it on Amazon. 77. So we do have these separately. If anyone wanted to just have these separately on their own, we do sell all of these separately. But this is convenient for people that don't want to have four things, they want to have one. So recommended if you get sick. It's convenient to premium attached because it's convenient. So I know a lot of you ain't no way in the world I'm paying 77 for nobody to put on. I think that's it because I have problems with my digestion and I don't want to take a pill. If you don't want to take a pill, this is probably beneficial for you. So I talked about iron, talked about vitamin A, talked about B9, B12, C. I'm gonna keep it going. I want to talk to you about zinc. Now, this was about scalp health, hydration. Zinc is your friend, everybody. Zinc is going to help you as far as helping your immunity. Remember, whenever we start to get a cold, what's the first thing we should do? Go get yourself some vitamin C and some zinc. It works, it helps. If you take your zinc and your vitamin C, as soon as you get hit with something like COVID or with a cold or with a coronavirus or whatever these viruses are out here, usually it will shorten the duration. It's not going to make it go away, but it will shorten its duration and it will help your body feel better with what you're up against. Zinc also excellent for food. Now, the reason why I mention that is if you're dealing with dandruff, like a lot of ladies who are dealing with dandruff, seborrhea, itchy scalp issues, acne issues, pustules, breakouts on the skin, zinc is your friend. Usually, we do a blood chemistry analysis or a BCA as a holistic practitioner. 9 times out of 10, we see that your immunity is weak and you can benefit from zinc. When we see different issues with the scalp, really one of the things we're going to recommend with redness, swelling, inflammation, breaks, cuts in the skin, acne, dandruff, seborrhea, zinc. So, in addition to helping with the skin, it is great for immunity. And for those who are dealing with alopecia areata, like myself, zinc is your friend. So, if you guys remember, I hope you're writing all this down because I want to make sure that you understand all of these should be in your diet if you want to have great hair growth. Now, everyone within the sound of my voice can benefit from having immunity protection and immunity support. No one is immune at any given time because we're in flu season, any of us get a cold. So having zinc in your life is always a good thing. If you want to manage your danger, if you want to manage your skin conditions, your eczema, psoriasis, is free. I'm going to keep on moving. Now, this is another one of the products that the Isotonics brand company recommends. This is an electrolyte. Now, I am a big supporter of electrolytes. This is my electrolyte water. I know y'all probably can't see it. I probably have it backwards. Here we go. This is my electrolyte water. I don't play with my electrolytes. I do not. My husband always buys me vitamin water. I always make sure that I get the ones that have the electrolytes in it. I don't play with my electrolytes. We need our sodium, we need our potassium, we need our magnesium. So if y'all don't know it, I'm getting around to magnesium. Magnesium is your friend when it comes to hair growth. Now, your magnesium, the reason why I recommend magnesium is for two reasons. I'm never recommending any vitamin and mineral supplement to help you with the hair growth, and it should be that alone. What I'm recommending is the vitamin and mineral supplement for hair, but it also does something else that's beneficial for the body. Why? Magnesium is going to help settle your nervous system. So when I talked about having B vitamins in your diet, having B vitamins and having the B12 is going to help your nervous system. It's going to help your major body system, which is the nervous system. Your body has to do two jobs. It has to rev up your body and it calms down your body. So when you're going through stress, your body's going to rev itself up. When your body needs to calm itself down, it's going to slow your heart rate down. It's going to bring you down to earth. This is why we have the functions of adrenaline and noradrenaline and things in the body because it's going to help your nervous system do different things in the body. It's either going to rev up or it's going to bring it down. So having magnesium is going to help you as far as helping your body be calm and just taking care of you when you're on tandem. You have a lot of stressful issues going on. because when you're very, very stressed, that can lead to start a pattern of hair loss for a lot of people who are very sensitive. I myself was no different, and I'm not going to put myself like I'm the queen. I'm using myself as an example. When I get very, very stressed out, my hair comes out a lot more than normal. Like I see hair everywhere. Only maybe 100 to 125 hairs per day are supposed to fall out naturally to make room for new hair. We have to lose some hair. We can't keep every bit of hair in our head, or else our hair will never grow. It has to go through a natural hair growth cycle, which is why we need vitamin A initially, because it aids in the hair growth cycle. So the hair has to go through the three main cycles and then exit out the follicle to make room for new hair. So when you have a period of stress that enters into your life, that's going to interrupt the natural hair growth cycle. It's going to actually propel it from the growth phase into the kelogen or the fallout phase prematurely and too often, which is why we're very, very stressed out. That's why we have excess hair coming out. That's why I recommend things like this, which is why I keep this whole box, because having products like this, and it is enriched with magnesium, of course, you have to make sure you take care of your nervous system. That's one of the major body systems. And it's very important for me as a psychologist. So that's why I recommend magnesium. You need magnesium for number one, to help you manage your stress levels. I know I have been under a great deal of stress as a child. When I get stressed out, tell me if any of y'all go through this too on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. When y'all get stressed, does your eye twitch? Because my eyes twitch and twitch and twitch and twitch, which lets me know I gotta get your magnesium. So I come over, then I'll, you know, get my electrolytes. I'll take my electrolytes, or I'll take my electrolyte water because it has magnesium in it. You guys can't see it, but when you spin it around, it's got it inside. Magnesium is one of the things you need when you're going through a considerable amount of stress. B vitamins is something you need when you're going through a considerable amount of stress. And also adrenal support is something you need when you're going through a considerable amount of stress. Magnesium, along with potassium, along with calcium, along with sodium, those help regulate different functions in the body. So you need your magnesium. The second reason why I recommend magnesium is because half of y'all ain't going to the bathroom. So when you need some help, having magnesium in the body for a lot of people helps you go to the bathroom a lot easier. Some people need more calcium in their life. Some people need more magnesium. Take magnesium because it's going to do two major things, which I'm concerned about today on this live. It helps you go to the bathroom, and it also helps you as far as helping you manage stress. Next on the list is iodine. Iodine, iodine. Like myself here, I have this goiter. What happens when you have a goiter? Your thyroid will become imbalanced when you have a goiter. What happens is thyroid is trying to produce more thyroid tissue to make more thyroid hormone so that you can be better balanced. When you get a goiter, it means your thyroid is unbalanced. Now, I shared with you earlier that I have a problem that I'm missing certain nutrients. When you're not getting in enough iodine and selenium, or in something like this that is rich in iodine, your C minerals, your C vitamins, your kelp, your chlorella, your chlorophyll, all your rich vitamins, minerals are in your powdered greens. There's usually not going to be any powdered greens out here that is not enriched with things like iodine and selenium. So I hope y'all are keeping up with all of the 10 major vitamins and minerals that I recommend, because you need iodine and you need selenium to help with a balanced thyroid and a balanced endocrine system. Now, I'll tell you, when I first started taking powdered greens in my life, I knew I had hit gold and I didn't even know anything about it. I think my daughter was not even born yet, and I used to just take powdered greens. I was working with Nature Sunshine with them thing because that's what I was initially trained on. And I would take in my powdered greens, and I started losing weight. My weight started stabilizing because it was supporting my thyroid, which supports metabolism. It was helping me with my I have different factors in my blood panel that causes me to be more hemophiliac forward they're called like factors, factor 8, factor 9. So I had different factors on my blood count that allow me to be more hemophiliac forward because my father was a hemophiliac, and usually it's transferred to from male to female, and from female to male, not female to female in many instances. So my hematologist was letting me know that if anything ever happened, if I had to get a tooth pulled, if anything was wrong with me having to have a surgery, I had to get some kind of coagulant uh, and an IV before I had any major surgery. So if I had to get a tooth pulled, I had a coagulant. When I started taking these powdered minerals and these powdered greens, I took them way before I had my daughter. I continued to take them when I had my daughter. It kept me regular. It kept everything balanced. I felt great. And I was like, oh, I want something. But back then, I wasn't a trichologist. I wasn't as into holistic um, hair loss and different things like I am now. I'm much more abreast of different vitamins and minerals than I am now than I was way back then. And that was the early 2000s when my daughter was born in 2002. But I say this to everyone. If you are able to take advantage of K2, like D3 and K2, please, by all means. Not everyone can have that in their life because some people cannot have coagulants. Some people cannot have this type of vitamin and mineral in their diet because it affects their blood. Some people are on coagulants, um, but health, so they don't have a stroke and different things. So if you don't have a problem with your blood and your cardiac function, please, by all means, iodine is selenium and the rich source of chlorella. That's going to help you detoxify your liver. It's going to help you naturally detox every single day. That is crucial when you're having a challenge with your thyroid. It's going to help support your thyroid in ways that you can't even imagine. So that is one of the reasons why I suggest iodine and selenium and copper. Copper is great for thyroid balance as well. When you're when you don't have enough copper in your daily diet, it can affect hair growth. Copper is essential in hair growth. So all of these that I mentioned, they help support hair growth, and they also help support different bodily functions. So please, 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 vitamin A, iron, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, magnesium. You need your iodine, you need your selenium, you need your copper. Your copper is also a rich source of antioxidants. It gives you antioxidant protection, and it also helps with pigmentation. I think I spoke maybe a couple live streams ago. When you're dealing with frontal fibrosing alopecia, a lot of the distinguishing characteristics with frontal fibrosing alopecia is frontal fibrosing alopecia will leave no hair around the hairline. If you have sparse hair around the hairline, and then there's a period where there's no hair, and then you have hair, that is traction. With frontal fibrosing alopecia, the white blood cells will, for a time, it will attack a certain area of the body. And when you're dealing with frontal fibrosing alopecia, it will attack the front hairline. Distinguishes frontal fibrosing alopecia from traction alopecia is pigmentation. A lot of people I can spot right off the bat that they're having an autoimmune issue because their skin will be discolored. If you're caramel complexion like myself and you're dealing with frontal alopecia or an autoimmune condition, it will attack the pigmentation or the melanocytes in your skin. And I want you all to understand that melanin is short for melanocyte, and cyte is a cell. So your color, the cells will attack. So having copper is essential because that will help you when you're dealing with an autoimmune attack, taking away the color in your skin. That is a dead giveaway for autoimmune attack because it will attack the color in your skin. It will attack the melanocytes. So having copper is crucial, helping you support that particular syndrome or frontal bruising alopecia or another one like you're having an autoimmune attack. Sometimes when you're having alopecia areata and you lose hair, often those melanocytes are affected. The hair will grow back, and when it grows back, sometimes it grows back white or grows back a different color. So the reason why I mentioned all of these because all of these are super important for hair growth. And I want you, if you want to take anything, I want you to know why you're taking it. And don't just take it because your girlfriend told you to take it or you saw it on some advertising somewhere. Know what you're taking, and the benefits that it's going to give you. Now, I want to ask, since I still have people on my stream, let me know if you guys have ever heard of horsetail. Now, I sell a tea, which is a hair growth and a detox tea. The hair growth tea has things in it that perform like at least five different functions, giving you different minerals that are going to support you naturally for hair growth. It's going to provide you detoxification. It's going to help you go to the bathroom. It's going to help support your blood sugar, and I can't remember the last one. But it performs about five different things. So my hair growth tea is for people who are tea drinkers because, like I said, not everyone likes to consume a pill. My tea drinkers, you do have to drink it every single day because you have to have benefits. And when you're taking your vitamins, more often than not, take them daily if you want to have an effect. So my hair growth tea has horsetail in it. And nobody put in the chat that you have ever heard of horsetail because that's old school. The mane and tail shampoo is in horsetail. If anybody knows anything about mane and tail shampoo conditioner, loaded with horsetail, and that is excellent for hair growth. It is widely known that horsetail is very full of silica. Silica, silica, silica. When you take silica or a silicate, it's going to help you with your hair, your skin, your nails. Your nails will grow so much longer and stronger. Your hair will benefit from having silica in the diet. Please, 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 if you want to take anything, and I sell this as well. This is by Positive Power. This is cell power, but I also sell liquid silica, and you can pop it in your water. Like I said, it has no taste. For those of you all who are, Steph, you said you never heard of it. Yes, if you happen to go on sometime soon, and if you're over 50, usually people over 50 have heard of mane and tail shampoo. That's an old hood remedy right there. So yes, mane and tail contains horsetail. Horsetail is enriched with silica, which is why I was mentioning it. The silica is a list of things that I recommend you have in your diet if you want to have great hair growth. So, last but not least, I want to just come back to biotin. Biotin is very beneficial for hair. It is vitamin B7. Biotin is very beneficial. And like I said earlier, you can't survive with just biotin. If you think your hair is going to be super, super enhanced with just biotin alone, I just want you to understand you will be fooled. Your body is very, very complex. The hair follicle itself is very, very complex in its structure. It's a mini organ by itself. It has to survive with just more than vitamin B7 or biotin. You need biotin in addition to all of the other vitamins and minerals. Vitamin B7, which is biotin, if you do take too much of it, it can cause problems with your endocrine panel. If you take it right before, you're going to get your endocrine panel. If you have any thyroid issues like myself, you cannot take it before you get your blood going because it can affect your labs. So I hear some people don't tell me, oh, the biotin that I have is like 2,000 micrograms of biotin. You don't need that much. If you go to Google, if you look it up, you only need about 500, I mean, 50 to 100 micrograms of biotin per day. Will it help your hair? Yes, but you're just going to urinate the rest of it out. Whatever your body doesn't eat is going to urinate it out. So you don't need anything more than maybe 50 micrograms of biotin. And like I said, you can have half a cucumber. Really recommended dose of biotin. If you are going to get any of these vitamins and minerals into the diet, make sure you try to eat a rich source of fruits and vegetables in its raw, sauteed, minimally processed source so that you can get all of those vitamins in through your diet as opposed to having to take something like this, like I mentioned earlier. I would love for everybody to have a varied diet. We're in America and we don't. And then too many of y'all are finicky and say, well, I don't drink water and I don't do this. And I'm saying to myself, sometimes when I hear adults say they don't drink water, I shake my head. When you guys see your specialist, you say you don't drink water, you don't like eating this, and you don't like eating greens, you fight your problems. We have to have vitamins and minerals. We have to have fruits and vegetables. We have to drink water. If you can get more fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, a varied source from every color under the rainbow, purple like purple cabbage, green like green peppers, spinach, romaine, radicchio. You can have yellow peppers, yellow bananas. When I say an assortment, red, green, purple, white, everything, they're going to give you different vitamins and different minerals. You can get B vitamins from organic bananas. You can boil the peels, and I got that from Debbie Knows Hair when she did a demonstration on one of her Instagrams, and she just boiled banana peels. I was like, wow, I didn't think about that. So you can get a lot of what I just described from your fruits and vegetables, but you have to consume them every single day. And when you're not going to do that, then you have to take a vitamin and mineral supplement. That's why it's called a supplement because it's supposed to, in addition to what it is that you're doing. So CME-CMN1 says, is 10,000 micrograms too much biotin? My sister, it's you don't need that much. I promise you, go to Google right now because I'm not trying to flip off my live stream and see what the recommended daily allowance is for biotin. It's a lot. You don't need that. I always say you need to take biotin if you want to improve your hair growth, but just don't take it by itself. That is quite a bit. I don't believe you need that much. And again, biotin, it can cause heart problems in certain people. So always run it by your dietitian or your nutritionist or your doctor and make sure that when you're consuming vitamins and minerals that they are right for you. Don't take any of what I said today as health advice. These are just things that I recommend as a certified trichologist. As you can see, as a certified trichologist, this is what I recommend to have good hair growth because I'm a hair specialist. I'm an MD. Because all you guys been coming for me in my inbox. So I'm only trying to talk what I know. I'm not a physician. So I say all this to say, and I'm so happy that you guys have joined me today. And I know that I'm going in and out because, like I said on Instagram, I'm going in and out. So I hope you guys are getting the gist of what it is I'm trying to share. What I want to share with you right now is if you guys are ever concerned about where to start with your hair growth, because Facebook, I put up a couple clips from my live streams, and then everyone is going into this rant about, well, tell us, how can we get hair growth? How can we get better hair growth? How can I stop my hair from going out? We have to do with a plan, ladies. Everything is done with a plan. Everything is done with targeted, focused effort and energy. There's not one magic pill that's going to save your hair life. We have a lot going on. A lot of us are diabetic, have high cholesterol, have metabolic issues, metabolic syndrome, cardiac issues. A lot of us are taking GLP-1s. We got so many different things, and I gotta, do my little matrix routine right now. We have so many different things going on with us. I can't ever say that one certain task, one certain thing is going to help everyone, which is why I say you need a plan. You okay, Melissa, you said the sound is muffled. Oh, okay. I'm sorry the sound is muffled. I don't know what to do about it. I have my little earphones here, but I'm trying my best. Sometimes, the sound is muffled. I'm sorry about that. So I say all that to say you start with a plan. So I invite everyone today, if you want to find out specifically what it is that you need, we do everything with focused effort. As a trichologist, I take your blood work and I perform what's called a blood chemistry analysis. If you are in front of me, we can do it. If you're away, we can still do it. All you have to do is send it over to us. I'll tell you how because we have to make sure that HIPAA that everything's done properly. We also do bioresonance scans, whether you are here in that person or 50,000 miles away, it doesn't matter. We can still make this happen. You attack your hair growth and your hair loss with a plan, with full focused action. You have to find out what your body needs. So even though I'm here talking about the vitamins and minerals that are great for you, at the end of every live stream, I'm always going to say, start with the plan. Find out what you need. Work with a hair loss practitioner or a certified trichologist. Find out what you need. If you want anything from me, my website is scrolling across the screen for Facebook. If you are on any of my live streams, all you have to do is send me a private message or send me an inbox. I'll tell you how you can connect with me so that you can get your particular treatment plan because you need a plan. Everyone benefits from a plan. If you have the chance, have a hair and scalp scan in person. If not, I will make sure that I will send out the appropriate items to you so that you can take pictures of your scalp for me on a virtual call. Believe me, if you want to grow your hair back, you need a plan. It's not one thing that's going to save your life because we're way too complex for that. The other thing I want to say is real results come from synergy, synergistic action of different vitamins and minerals and different things happening in the body all at one time. So you can't just work on one particular thing. You can't just work on your digestive needs. You have to work on your digestive needs, your intestinal needs, your circulatory needs, your nervous system needs. You have to work on everything. You can't just work on one thing. That's why I said real results come from synergy. You have to do everything at the same time. I have met with a lot of ladies who say, "Oh, I went to a trichologist some years ago, and she gave me this laundry list of things that I needed to take, and I didn't take it." And I said, "Okay, so you're coming to see me? Why? Because I probably would say the same thing. If you didn't put any of that into place as a plan to help your hair grow, slow it down, stop it, or restore it, it's not going to work because when we recommend you things, it's usually never going to be one thing. We're helping your body as a whole get stronger and supported so that you can have better hair growth because all the 11 major body systems work together. So that's why I say there's not just one thing. Attack everything with a plan. So I invite everyone here today in Voice to walk on over to my website, yellowcenterday.com. Schedule a 15-minute call. It's free. Talk with me about your needs. Am I going to give you advice? Probably not, because I don't know you. I don't know what your blood work looks like. I don't know what's going on in your life. I can't give you targeted information, but that's my chance to hear you out and point you in the right direction. This is what you can do. Start here. Go visit your endocrinologist, visit your dermatologist, then come see me. Dot, 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 dot. We will handle what we can handle in 15 minutes. Then I can share with you what it is that we provide as trichologists in the hopes that will allow us to help you with your hair restoration plan. In addition to just working on a body's needs, I want you to remember you have to worry about absorption because I myself have problems with digestion. You have to worry about absorption and elimination. You have to work on your inflammation. You got to get your inflammation down. So a lot of y'all have inflammation in your scalp and your scalp's on fire, but you just want to keep using rice water and you want to use Botana oil. That's not solving the internal inflammation. Where's the inflammation coming from? You also have to work on your hormones, balance hormones, which is why I put information on hormones all the time. There are dozens and thousands of hormones that work in the body. When any of those hormones are off, they're going to affect all the rest of the hormones, which is why we get hair loss on the top of our scalp. You also have to manage your stress levels and support your stress needs. Then you also have to take into account your medication. If you're on medication, that's going to create a need for you to take vitamins and minerals anyway, because each time you take an acidic medication, it's going to draw calcium from your body and it's going to make you urinate it out in addition to other vitamins and minerals. So when you're taking medication, you have to supplement because your body's going to urinate out minerals that your body needs, which is why a lot of us deal with hair loss because we're taking medication. So I need you all to understand, as a professional, I work with information, I work with data. I don't ever like to throw out blanket information because I don't know you. I don't know the whole of you. I don't know what your experience is. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what surgeries you've had, what traumas you're under. I don't know how you eat, how you sleep, how you menstruate. I don't know anything. So as a physician would say, you got to come see me. I'm not just going to throw you out some medication because you call me because your head hurts. They're going to have you come in, fill out some paperwork. They want to see you. Then they'll recommend something. I'm no different. I'm a professional. And I invite you to come see me, speak with me, into my space, allow me to talk with you as a professional to find out exactly how I can serve you. For all those who choose to work with me as a trichologist. Each week I said I was going to give away something different. Last week it was 4 hair and scalp treatments. If anyone scheduled any consultations last week, which was the last set of 7 days. This week I'm offering, when you schedule a 15-minute session and you transition to a 1 hour appointment with me, I'm going to give away a box of something that your body needs. When you come and you find out through your scans that you need something that's going to balance your body, it could be one thing, three things, five things. One of those items will be free. You'll also get a 1 hour scalp detoxing treatment session if you schedule a 1 hour session within the next 7 days. So I try to come on here each week to let you know that I want to serve you at a higher level. I cannot do that without information. Many people will reach in my inbox, they're trying to grab some kind of information. I can't give you much information because I don't know enough about you. If you need me again, I'm at hairlosscenterNJ.com. Everyone here on TikTok, if you need me, you can reach me right here. You can always reach me through the bio. I'm going to hang around just for a couple minutes. If anyone has any questions, please, this is the end of my session. I'm going to go through all of the vitamins and minerals that I recommend one more time, and then I'm going to go ahead and exit. So, what I shared today was iron, 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 vitamin C, B12, B9, which is folate, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin A for scalp hydration, zinc for skin repair, healing, and for dandruff, magnesium, and all your electrolytes, iodine, selenium, copper, silica, and biotin. And if you're going to take your vitamin D, take D3 with K2. If you are take it, I recommend only taking it once a week. You don't need it any more than once a week. If you want to take your iron with vitamin C, and you only need it once a week, not need it every single day. So I hope this helps anyone. And user 218, you said thank you. I'll be in touch. I am here to serve you. Of course, you're going to have to remind me who you are when you finally reach out, because you don't have a name attached to your user ID on TikTok. Just let me know who you are when you reach out. I like to follow everyone's transition and know where you found my information from. So just let me know when you do meet that you were user 218 and you were live. So Jennifer Morgan, if you're just getting on, I know one of the streamers that we found is Michael, and I apologize. I hope you're able to get some of the information. If you want, you can probably go back and watch the live stream a little bit later. But I'm about to log off because I've been on for about an hour and almost 40 minutes. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who joined. And if you have more questions, I am going to stick around for a couple minutes. Miss Jennifer Morgan, if you want, my website may be scrolling across the screen on YouTube. My website is hairlosscenterNJ.com. If you can, follow me on YouTube, and also go to my website, hairlosscenterNJ.com. Scroll down to the screen. There's a spot there that allows you to join the email list. I usually try to let everyone know like the night before, so I'm not sending you a whole lot of spammy email to let you know that I'm going to be doing something special, either for volunteers or my students that come in and they need live people to examine, with scalps to examine. I'm sending out casting calls, model casting calls for non-surgical replacement for ladies who are being volunteers, so that I can put out a new face, a new hairstyle. If I'm going to do any live streams, any discounts and giveaways, you can join the email list from hairlosscenterNJ.com. I'm going to be out notifications maybe a day or two before the live stream that we're going to live streaming. So follow me here on YouTube if you can. If not, please venture over to hairlosscenterNJ.com, join the email list, and stay on top of what's there. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not getting any more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and log off. I check over to Instagram and see if you can send me a message. Okay, I don't see any messages. Still have one person on Hair Loss Center NJ on my Instagram. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. And I'm going to go ahead and take off because I've been here long enough. I hope this helped someone. If you need me please reach out here at lawcenternj.com on all of my streams. You can just comment or leave me an inbox, and I will get right back to you. And I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I will be here again next Sunday at 8 o'clock, and I will be talking about circulatory health. So for all of you who are dealing with some sort of blood pressure issue and you're on calcium channel blockers, you're on diuretics, you're on some sort of product for your blood pressure or circulatory health, we're going to be talking about circulatory health and why it is so important for hair growth. And Ms. Wendy Jackson, thank you. I hope the information came through a lot better. I know it was muffled. I'm trying to do what I can. I got my Bluetooth for one. I got my, my earbuds here for another. So I hope you were able to hear something, that you got something out of this today. And thank you, everybody. Peace and hair grease. I'll see you next week, Sunday at 8.